You to All-Star Park for today's matchup featuring your Colorado Lumberjacks and the opposing Diamond Club. It's now time to meet today's starting lineups. First, for the visiting Diamond Club. Leading off, it's center fielder number 15, Isaiah Berard. Batting second, it's shortstop number 16, Cale Coronet. Batting third, first baseman number 12, Kai Douglas. Batting cleanup, left fielder number 9, Joel Gibbons. Batting fifth, third baseman number 17, Max Matucci. Batting sixth, designated hitter number 10, Brock Mulvaney. Batting seventh, left fielder number 7, Daniel Melvin. Batting eighth, catcher number 5, Andrew Buchel. Batting ninth, second baseman number 8, Eric Ventura. And on the mound for Diamond Club, it's number 14, Chris Blanco. And now it's time to meet the starting lineup for your Colorado Lumberjacks. Leading off for the Lumberjacks, left fielder number 22, Parker Fagan. Batting second, it's second baseman number 26, Gino Macarini. Batting third, shortstop number 9, Zach Perry. Batting cleanup, it's third baseman number 17, Damian Fisher. Batting fifth, designated hitter number 5, Mason Regan. Batting sixth, first baseman number 34, Elias Rainier. Batting seventh, center fielder number 18, Tyler Vaughn. Batting eighth, catcher number 36, Braden Yazuzawa. Batting ninth, right fielder number 1, Johnny Robledo. And on the mound for your Lumberjacks, it's number 28, Ty Erlmeyer. At this time, we ask that you please rise and remove your hats for the playing of our national anthem.
Afternoon, Colorado Lumberjacks. Welcome to a hot and steamy All-Star Park.
Colorado Lumberjacks.
As today, the Colorado Lumberjacks take on Diamond Club, coming into this ball game 11-9-1 on the season. The Jacks having a decent week so far. 2 wins on Monday and Tuesday. Fell last night to the Foxes, looking to get back into the win column, and they're going to do it behind the arm of Kai Erlmeyer, number 28, starting out for the Jacks, wearing their home gold uniforms and white pants, and gold is a color that you would be preferring to wear on a hot summer day like today. Game time temperature 95 degrees here from Kelly McGregor Field at All-Star Park. Ben Campisser for the Colorado Lumberjacks. Thrilled to have you with us. Should be a good one as Diamond Club looks to come into All-Star Park and shake things up. Starting lineups defensively for your Jacks. Parker Fagan's going to lead things off in left field. Gino Macarini playing second base. Zach Perry playing shortstop. Out at third, Damian Fisher. First base will be played by Elias Franier. Center field, Kyler Vaughn. Catcher, Braden Yasusawa. And Johnny Roblota out in right field. Kai Erlmeyer, as I just mentioned, on the mound. Third on the team right now in total strikeouts. Last time out for the Jacks, 4 and 2 innings pitched. Gave up 5 earned runs on 7 hits. And he's going to lead things off today against number 15, Isaiah Berard. Leading things off for Diamond Club, playing center field, Cale Corridon and Kai Douglas batting 2 and 3. Wind blowing very softly, driving into the ballpark. It was pretty aggressive, blowing in or out towards left field. Right now, the wind still blowing out towards left field. Flags out there in left field not moving too much as Yasusawa throws down to second base. Erlmeyer's going to get the ball, and we're going to get things underway here.
Number 15, Isaiah Berard.
Berard, a righty batter to face the righty Erlmeyer. And we are set to get underway here. Watching this presentation of the Colorado Lumberjacks on DT Sports. And here we go from All-Star Park. The first pitch is high and inside for ball 1. One-0 pitch. That one is high again for ball 2. Better location, just a little bit too high. Yasusawa wants to get some clarification as to where that ball missed. Open stance for Berard. 2-0 pitch from Erlmeyer, and that is high and inside for ball 3. So the first batter Erlmeyer is facing, he's behind the count 3-0. Infield playing normal depth. Macarini at second, out towards the grass, and that 3-0 pitch is right down the middle for strike 1. Perry at short, also playing relatively deep, just on the edge of this artificial grass you see here at All-Star Park. Here's the 3-1 from Erlmeyer. And that ball is flared foul down the first base line, so the count goes full. We've talked all season about the importance of getting the first out, the lead out. If you're the Jacks defensively, coming into this contest 8 and 22 on the season. Erlmeyer has his pitch. Yasusawa sets up outside. Here's the 3-2, and that is a called third strike, catching the outside corner of the plate. Berard thought he had a walk and said he'll sit down with strikeout number 1 on the game for the Jacks.
Number 16, Cale Corridon.
So about as big of a response as you could possibly ask for Kai Erlmeyer, who fell behind in the count 3-0. Able to rattle it back with 3 consecutive strikes to get Berard down. Now Cale Corridon, the shortstop, up to bat. Orange Coast College ball player. Here's the first pitch from Erlmeyer, and that's a breaking ball in the dirt for ball 1. Diamond Club last time out lost 17-5 to Pueblo. They're also looking to get back into the win column. 1-0 from Erlmeyer, and that is high and inside for ball 2. Normal defensive lineup out there for the Jacks. 2-0 pitch from Erlmeyer is going to be chopped back up through the gap. Macarini's throw over to first base is scooped up by Franier, and that's a heck of a play by second baseman today, Gino Macarini, who gets the second out.
For Diamond Club, first baseman number 12, Kai Douglas.
So now Kai Douglas up to bat to face Kai Erlmeyer, who's gotten the first 2 Diamond Club batters out. Douglas, the first baseman. Wish we had replay here to go back and take a look at that play. They got Corridon out. There's a softly hit ball through the gap just under the glove of Erlmeyer and moving to his right. Kind of an awkward position for Macarini, but able to make the throw, and Franier able to make the good scoop. So 2 outs for Douglas. Here's the first pitch. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Infield playing really deep as the wind has kind of shifted back in towards the ballpark. Here's the 0-1, and that is a breaking ball low and inside for ball 1. Fagans, Macarini, and Perry to lead things off in the bottom half of the first inning whenever the Jacks get up. 1-1 from Erlmeyer. Swing and a miss again on a fastball up high. So Kai Erlmeyer with a chance to go 1-2-3 here in the first. And here's the 1-2. And that stays high for ball 2. Fastball looking to get Douglas to chase. Held up there. Douglas with a close stance. Erlmeyer working quickly. Here's the 2-2. And that ball is chopped foul back off the inside of the shin of Kai Douglas, and that cannot have felt good. Able to walk it off. Diamond Baseball Club, located in Wheat Ridge, Colorado. Not a member of the Rocky Mountain Baseball League. Still playing a lot of top-tier competition from around the state of Colorado and the rest of the plains. Here comes the 2-2 from Erlmeyer, and that one stays up high for ball 3, so the count full. Another full count for Kai Erlmeyer. Here comes the payoff. That ball is slapped high into the air, shallow left field. Fagans doesn't have to move. He's going to make the grab. It's a 1-2-3 inning for the Jacks, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for Kai Erlmeyer.
Earlier strikeout from Kai Erlmeyer. Another bag of Tempo granola has been donated to the Backpack Society. Tempo granola, the official dugout snack of your Colorado Lumberjacks.
Jacks will bat here at the bottom of the first when we return to All-Star Park. You're watching a presentation of the Colorado Lumberjacks. And we're back here at All-Star Park, set to begin the bottom half of the first inning. Diamond Club went down 1-2-3 in the top, courtesy of a strikeout from Kai Erlmeyer. Parker Fagan set to lead things off today for the Jacks. 0 for 4 yesterday with 2 strikeouts and a walk.
Leading off for your Lumberjacks, left fielder number 20, Parker Fagan.
So Fagan's a lefty, or apologies, a righty set to begin the game against Chris Blanco, starting pitcher, Porterville College. Here's the first pitch to Fagans, and that's low and away for ball 1. Chris Blanco taking a decent amount of time trying to find his pitch. Catcher Andrew Buckhold setting up outside as Fagans fouls the 1-0 pitch out of play. Count goes to 1-1. Infield also playing deep here at All-Star Park. You may notice that the entirety of this field is covered in turf, which makes those first hops a little bit more dangerous a little bit quicker than you would see at a normal grass and dirt field. There's the 1-1 pitch to Fagans, and that's a breaking ball. Must have stayed a little bit high because it's ball 2.
Wait, for both teams or just us?
I think we're going to do both. And I'll have a break in between to see whatever the average is. And I'll go back to it.
So Fagans standing in here. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that ball is slapped high into the air. Foul. This is going to be running under it to make the grab is the right fielder, Joel Gibbous. So Fagans goes down, and that's going to bring up Gino Macarini.
Next up for your Lumberjacks, second baseman number 26, Gino Macarini.
Macarini with a home run yesterday night, playing some really good ball for this Jacks club. Takes a look at a first pitch ball up high. And Macarini with the close stance, infield playing deep once again. Second baseman Eric Ventura shaded over towards first. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that ball is slapped foul back out of play. Count 1-1.
So here's the plan after this.
Surprised you went. Oh,
Chick-fil-A after
cooling down.
you see it, then come on in, okay? For the first bat.
Count 1-1.
So you'll be saying Joel Gibbous. That's the plan.
Goldness?
Gibbous.
Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball stays inside for ball 2. Macarini playing second base tonight. Mason Regan, the normal second baseman, playing DH.
You also have to make sure that you don't, like, for the other team, you don't have a lot of energy. Once the Lumberjacks come up in the bottom of the second.
Here's the 2-1 to Macarini, and that ball is slapped high into the air. This one into shallow center field. Gordon's the shortstop, covering some ground to make the grab, and that's going to be the second out of the inning for the Jacks. Zach Perry now up to
Next
bat.
up for Colorado, shortstop number 9, Zach Perry.
Perry's been dominant all season for the Colorado Lumberjacks, leading every major hitting category except for home runs. Elias Franier holds the home run title right now for the Jacks. Still a solid year for Zach Perry. Here's the first pitch to Perry, and that's a breaking ball called strike. Outside corner of the plate, catching a piece. Ball called set up down the middle. Here's the 0-1 to Perry, and that ball is flared into left field, and that is a single for Zach Perry to get things going in the bottom of the first inning with 2 outs. Damian Fisher, third baseman, now up to bat with a runner on.
Now batting for the Lumberjacks, third baseman number 17, Damian Fisher.
Fisher batting 286 on the season, as there is a, not even going to call that an attempt over to first base to keep Zach Perry alive. More of a lob, but Perry with a lot of speed. Haven't seen Buchholz throw down, so you wonder if Perry's going to try to take second. Here's the first pitch to Fisher. And that is in there for strike 1. Fisher with a decent-sized lead over at first base, just the far side of that half cup. He'll be chased back to the bag by Blanco. So the count 0-1 against Fisher. 2 throwbacks already for Chris Blanco. First hit in the game early in the first inning. And there goes Fisher. It's a swing and a miss. Or apologies, there goes Perry. It's a swing and a miss. Perry's safe at second base, so now a runner in scoring position.
trench maker.
So Perry goes down to second base. Immediately gets a rather large lead. Fisher with about as close of a stance as we've seen. Nobody guarding Perry, but that's a swing and a miss by Damian Fisher. So the Jacks go down. They leave a man in scoring position. We enter the second inning, all tied with 0-0 between the Lumberjacks and Diamond Club. Stick around. We'll be back to All-Star Park watching a presentation of the Colorado Lumberjacks.
All right, fans, at this time, it's now time for our Kids Call the Inning. During this next inning, you'll have a brand new public address announcer. So please give a warm welcome to our brand new PA announcer, Braden LaFave. All right, Braden, let's see what you got.
Up next, for your Diamond Club, number 9, left fielder Joe Gibbons.
So the first pitch from Erlmeyer in to Joel Gibbons, the right fielder, is in there for a strike. We are underway in the top half of the second inning. The 0-1 pitch is fouled back behind home plate, so the count quickly 0-2 for Erlmeyer, who made quick work of this Diamond Club batting order in the first inning, going 1-2-3 with a strikeout, a leadoff strikeout to Isaiah Berard. Erlmeyer ahead 0-2. Here's the 0-2 pitch, and that is high. Yasuzawa unable to hold on to that, so it goes back behind home plate for ball one, count 1-2. Gibbons stamps out towards right field. Here's the 1-2, and that ball is chopped foul over the dugout of the Jacks. Count remains 1-2. Yasuzawa set up outside. Here's the 1-2 from Erlmeyer, and that's high and inside for ball number 2. Count now even for Gibbous. Colored pattern can only be described as cotton candy with both the cleats, the tape on the bat, and the batting gloves. Here's the 2-2 from Erlmeyer. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout of the game for Kai Erlmeyer, and down goes Joel Gibbous.
Now batting. Now batting for your Diamond Club, number 17, third baseman Max Matucci.
Max Matucci now up to bat, the third baseman. Erlmeyer has gotten the leadoff man out on 2 strikeouts the last 2 innings. Fastball really working for Kai Erlmeyer in the early goings through 1 1/3. The 1-0 to Matucci is fouled high and back out of play. Matucci with an close stance once again. Infield really deep. Zach Perry all the way in the grass now steps up. The 1-1. Yasuzawa has to stop that. And the count goes 2-1. Comes the 2-1 from Erlmeyer. Swing and a miss on a fastball high. Really confident with that pitch. He's gotten a couple of strikeouts alone with that high fastball, and now, once again, the count even. Yasuzawa set up outside the 2-2, and that ball is going to be chopped up through the gap. Nakarini tried to make a diving play. Instead, it will go all the way out to Kyler Vaughn. So Matucci on base. The first hit given up by Kai Erlmeyer. Now Brock Mulvaney up to bat.
Up to bat for your Diamond Club. Number 10, Brock. Mulvaney.
Mulvaney DHing today for Chris Blanco. First base runner on board for the Diamond Club. Still one out here in the bottom or in the top half of the second inning. Swing and a miss on a fastball. Matucci with a conservative lead at first. Takes a large secondary. And that's going to be chopped up through the gap. This is going to be 2. The throw over to first base is in time. Inning-ending double play by Zach Perry, taking it himself. Diamond Club gets one on base. Unable to get any runs. We head to the bottom half of the second inning from All-Star Park. So we're back here at All-Star Park. Bottom half of the second inning set to begin. Still scoreless between Diamond Club and the Lumberjacks. Zach Perry with an inning-ending double play. Set to lead off this inning. I'm actually going to let the PA announcer let you know who that's going to be, given it is his favorite player.
Up next for your Colorado Lumberjacks. Number 5, Mason Regan.
So Mason Regan, designated hitting today. Instead of playing his normal second base spot, will lead things off for the Jacks. One hit apiece for both Diamond Club and Colorado Lumberjacks. Elias Frenier batting in the 6th spot today. Waiting on deck. Team leader in home runs, but Regan with a great contact raise. He flies the first pitch deep into center field. This one might be danger. Coming over to make the grab is going to be Isaiah Berardo for the first out of the inning.
Up next for your Colorado Lumberjacks. Number 34, Elias Frenier.
So Elias Frenier now up to bat. It was a 1-pitch, 1 out for Regan. Frenier with an open stance. San Bernardino ball player as of just a couple of weeks ago. Here's the first pitch to Frenier, and that ball is going to be chopped to the second base side. Ventura's going to come up, make the throw. It's a high throw, but reaching to make the grab is Kai Douglas. So it's 2 pitches and 2 outs here in the second inning for the Jacks.
Up next for your Colorado Lumberjacks. Number 18, Color Vaughn.
So fly 8, second base. Over to first, and Kyler Vaughn now up to bat. Clouds beginning to settle in here at All-Star Park. Temperatures definitely cooled down a bit here in the booth. Here's the first pitch to Vaughn, and that is right down the middle, but it's ball 1. Open stance for Kyler Vaughn, playing center field once again for your Jacks, sporting the blue helmet. Here's the 1-0 pitch, and that catching the outside corner of the plate, called strike. So the count goes 1-1. Jack's looking to avoid a 1-2-3 inning, the 1-1 pitch, and that missed for ball 2. So the count 2-1 against Kyler Vaughn. Corded at the edge of the grass. Normally moves up once the pitch is thrown. Here's the 2-1, and that is high for ball 3. So Vaughn looking to get on base. Braden Yasuzawa waiting on deck, the catcher. Blanco taking a decent amount of time to select a pitch. Now he's got it. Here's the 3-1, and that is outside for ball 4. So Kyler Vaughn gets on base with a walk. That'll bring up Braden Yasuzawa now.
Next we got Colorado Lumberjacks, number 36, Braden Yasuzawa.
Got to be honest, this is my first time calling a Jacks game with Braden Yasuzawa playing. Love the Monsters, Inc. themed walk-up music. And here's the first pitch from Blanco, and that is going to be a called strike on a breaking ball down the middle. Zach Perry was able to advance on a steal in the first inning. You wonder if Kyler Vaughn is getting the similar signs. Third base coach. Blanco takes a look at first base, and that is a fastball inside. The count 1-1. Johnny Robledo waiting on deck. That's the top of the order again for the Jacks. Blanco takes a quick look over at first base, and the 1-1 pitch is fouled back out of play, so the count now in favor of Chris Blanco. Struck out Damian Fisher to end the inning in the first, looking to do the same here in the second. Yasuzawa looking to extend the inning for the Jacks. Still just one hit apiece for both these teams. Vaughn with a short lead at first base. Blanco takes a look over. A couple more peeks. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch down the middle. So it's back-to-back inning-ending strikeouts for Chris Blanco. We head to the third inning at All-Star Park. Score still tied between the Jacks and Diamond Club. Welcome back to All-Star Park. At the beginning of the third inning of action between Diamond Club and the Jacks. Kai Erlmeyer still on the mound, giving up one hit through 2 innings, has 2 Ks. And then a big inning-ending double play last time out by Zach Perry to thwart the attack for Diamond Club. Daniel Melvin now up to bat, and he will lead things off. Melvin playing left field, already been tested a couple of times defensively. It'll be his first time to the dish. Towering left fielder.
Leading off for Diamond Club, left fielder number 7, Daniel Melvin.
Daniel Melvin playing his ball at St. Olaf with an open stance. Working against Erlmeyer. The first pitch from Kai Erlmeyer is in the dirt for ball 1. Erlmeyer working quickly, the 1-0 pitch, and that is in the dirt. Yasuzawa has to get down and block it. Count goes to 2-0. Andrew Buchhold, the catcher, waiting on deck. Then Ventura. Then it'll be the top of the order for Diamond Club. Erlmeyer hoping he doesn't see the top of the order in this third. And the 2-0 pitch is in there for strike one, catching the outside corner of the plate. Steady diet of fastballs in this game so far for Kai Erlmeyer. Here's the 2-1, swing and a miss again on a fastball. Just as Chris Blanco has ended the last two innings with strikeouts, Erlmeyer has started the previous two with. Here's the 2-2, and that is right down the middle for a called third strike. Third time's the charm. 3 straight innings with leadoff strikeouts for Kai Erlmeyer.
Up next for Diamond Club, catcher number 5, Andrew Buchhold.
Andrew Buchhold now up to bat, playing catcher today.
He was a catcher at Valor. Really?
Playing his high school ball at Valor Christian. Takes a look at a first pitch strike. Well, doesn't really take a look at it, swings and misses.
My brother just wants to really?
Yeah, we'll have you. Right, Michael.
Erlmeyer once again ahead in the count, 0-1. And that ball is fouled back. Catching the top piece of the fence, stays into the ballpark. So the count 0-2 against Buchhold. That was the third strikeout of the game for Jack's pitcher Kai Erlmeyer. Good crowd on hand here at All-Star Park. Here's the 0-2 from Erlmeyer. Buchhold catches a piece of that, sends it out towards Alameda. Erlmeyer working quickly. Here's the 0-2. And staying alive is Buchhold to the third foul ball of this at-bat. Still behind on the count, 0-2. You wonder if Erlmeyer is going to come back with some off-speed pitch low. Buchhold having some trouble keeping up with these fastballs. Here's the 0-2. As a fastball high, looking to get him to chase. Count 1-2. Here's the 1-2 from Erlmeyer. Breaking ball, swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts for Kai Erlmeyer. His 4th of this game. Nasty nasty curveball.
Second baseman number 8, Eric Ventura.
That one with some pace on it. Now Eric Ventura up to bat. 9-hole hitter playing second base for Diamond Club. First pitch in there for strike one. Erlmeyer working here in the third. Working quickly again, the 0-2, swing and a miss again on a fastball. Erlmeyer looking to strike out the side in the third inning. Ahead 0-2, working on the left side of the rubber. Here's the 0-2 from Erlmeyer. Called third strike. Second called third strike of the inning. It's the 5th strikeout of the game for Kai Erlmeyer. He is balling right now. We head to the bottom of the third inning from All-Star Park. Jackson Diamond Club still tied. Back here at All-Star Park, Ben canvasser for the Colorado Lumberjacks. Thrilled to be with you, watching at home. Head of the bottom half of the third inning, the score still tieless, the score still tied. One hit apiece for both Diamond Club and the Lumberjacks. Leading things off for the Jacks this inning is going to be Johnny Robledo.
Leading off for your Lumberjacks, right fielder number 1, Johnny Robledo.
Playing right field, choking up on the bat. Blanco with 2 strikeouts through the first 2 innings. Top of the order waiting on deck for the Jacks. And the first pitch to Robledo is in there for strike 1. Close stand for Robledo. The 0-1 is going to be chopped to Ventura at second base. He'll run up to make the play. The flip over to first base is not in time. Johnny Robledo wheels. Gets down to first base and beats the throw from Eric Ventura. Convinced Ventura must have thought he had more time than
Next
that.
for the Lumberjacks, left fielder number 22, Parker Fagan.
So Parker Fagan's up to bat. It's the second hit of the game for the Jacks. And more importantly, Colorado has the leadoff man on. For Parker Fagans, who flew out to right field in the first inning, second time up to bat facing Chris Blanco, Johnny Robledo did not give up on that play at all. Blanco will throw back over to first base, and you have to believe Robledo's going to be on the move. Robledo with a large lead over at first base. Blanco takes a peek over. Bunt sign on. Robledo goes down to second. He's going to get there. Corridon was unable to make the tag on the foot. So the leadoff runner in scoring position for the Jacks. Fagans was looking to lay down a bunt. Now I have to believe the bunt sign is taken off. Unless you want to move Robledo over to third, he could probably steal. That pitch is outside. Buchholz had to dive to make the play. I believe the count is 1-2 against Parker Fagans. Gino Maccarini waiting on deck. Flew out to Corridon in the first inning, who had to run over to make the play all the way over in right field. Here's the 1-1. And that is a breaking ball outside corner of the plate. Two and 1 count against Parker Fagans. Fagan to the stance out towards right field. Infield playing in. Corridon doing a little dance with Robledo as Fagan follows it back out of play. So we'll take a look once again at second base. It's Robledo with a relatively short lead for his standards at second. Corridon standing directly behind him. Ventura playing his normal depth. Here's the 2-2 to Fagans, and that ball is going to be chopped toward Corridon. Corridon's going to make the play over at third base, and a good tag put on by Matucci. So successful defensive play for the Diamond Club as they're able to get the leadoff runner, Johnny Robledo, out at third.
Lumberjacks, second baseman number 26, Gino Maccarini.
So now Maccarini up to bat, 1 out, bottom of the third inning. Robledo out at third, Fagans on first, advancing there by the fielder's choice. Blanco takes a look over at first base, and the first pitch to Maccarini is flied high into the air, and this is going to be an easy out as Gibbous comes in to make the grab. So it's one pitch, another out.
Legs
We
up
have
for
2 outs
Colorado.
for Zach Perry.
Stop number 9, Zach Perry.
So 2 flyouts for Gino Macarini. Zach Perry up to bat. Singled in the first inning. Fagans still on first base. Blanco once again takes a look over at first base. Fagans goes. The throw to second base is not in time. It's 3 steals in this ball game for the Jacks as they continue to test the arm of Andrew Buchholz. So the Jacks looking to manufacture a run in the third. Runner in scoring position. Little deja vu from the first inning. 2 outs, runner on second. Blanco takes a look back at second base. He'll throw it to Ventura, who was not on the bag. More of a scare tactic there from Chris Blanco. Diamond Club really trying to keep Fagans at second. Now Ventura closer to the bag. Blanco takes a peek back. Here's the 1-0 outside, ball 2. Open stance for Perry. Team leader in hits, team leader in singles, team leader in batting average. Here's the 2-0. That is outside for ball 3. Damian Fisher waiting on deck, struck out in the first inning. Chris Blanco ended the first with a strikeout, ended the second with a strikeout. Takes a peek back at second base. Now he'll step off the rubber. Jack's dugout screaming for a balk. Here's the 3-0, and that is down the middle for strike 1. Blanco, an animated pitcher. Continuing to keep an eye on Parker Fagans. Ventura leaves the bag. Here's the 3-1, and that ball is slapped foul back out of play. That one surely going to make it to Alameda. As it was hard hit, so now the count 3-2. For those of you watching at home, Alameda is the very busy street just behind us to our right. Here's the 3-2. That ball is going to be chopped to Corden. The throw over to first base is in time, and the Jacks once again leave a man stranded in scoring position. We're all tied. We head to the 4th inning at All-Star Park. The Jacks 0, Diamond Club 0.
Brand new kid. During this next inning, you will have a brand new public address announcer. So please give a warm welcome to Michael Garza. His favorite sports team is the Colorado Rockies, and he's Julian Garza's brother. All right, Michael, let's see what you got.
Okay, Isaiah, here we go, buddy.
Now batting for the Diamond Club, Isaiah Broad, 15.
Back here at All-Star Park, set to begin the 4th innings. Isaiah Berard, the center fielder, leading things off. Struck out back in the first inning, working against Kai Erlmeyer First pitch is chopped to Perry, throws over to Franier. It's 1 pitch, 1 out. So that breaks the streak of 3 consecutive innings with leadoff strikeouts. 4 consecutive innings with the leadoff man out, however, continues. So that's a 6-3, and Cale Corden.
Number 16.
Cale Corden grounded out to second baseman Gino Maccarini. Here's the first pitch from Erlmeyer, and that's low in the dirt for ball 1. Erlmeyer working quickly again. The 1-0 swing and a miss again on a fastball. Count 1-1 against Cale Corden. One, and that ball is going to be chopped softly towards the third base side. Fisher's going to have to make a play, and it's going to be fair as that ball rolls all the way to the back. Fisher was hoping that ball just trickled foul.
The first baseman, number 12, Kai Douglas.
So it's the second hit of the game for Diamond Club as Cale Corden is on. Kai taking a look back at first base, facing Kai Douglas. First pitch to Douglas is grounded to Fisher. Good scoop at third. The throw to second is in time. The throw to first is in time. Second time this game, the Jacks get out of a jam with an inning-ending double play. We are still scoreless. Kai Erlmeyer still working. We head to the bottom half of the fourth inning. It's 0-0 between Diamond Club and the Lumberjacks. And we're back here at All-Star Park, set to begin the bottom half of the fourth inning. Michael Garza.
For the Lumberjacks, third baseman, number 17, Damian Fisher.
Michael Garza, the new kid PA announcer here at All-Star Park, leading things off with Damian Fisher, who will kick things off in the fourth. Struck out to end the first inning in this scoreless game, 2 hits apiece for both the Jags and Diamond Club. Both starters still working. Chris Blanco's first pitch is in there for strike 1. And that's a breaking ball down the middle. And the 0-1 is swung on and missed. An off-speed pitch down low. Blanco with 2 strikeouts in this ball game, looking for his third, and that ball stays high and outside for ball 1. Jacks had the leadoff man on in the third inning. Single by Johnny Robledo was unable to come home, got thrown out at third base. Hence why the score is still 0-0. Here's the 0-2 to Fisher, and that ball is smacked. Making a diving play is Corden. The throw over to first is not in time, but got to tip the cap to number 16, Cale Corden. So Damian Fisher goes down on an incredible play by Cale Corden. Or apologies, Damian Fisher on first with a leadoff single. The play was so good, I thought it was an out. The throw was just nearly impossible to get there in time. So the leadoff man on for the second consecutive inning for the Jacks. Mason Regan takes a look at a first pitch strike. And now Fisher, you have to believe, has got the go sign. He'll be chased back by Blanco. But the Jacks already with 3 steals in this game. Mason flew out to the center field. Back in the second inning. Third hit of the ball game for the Jacks. The 0-1 is high and away. Seemed like that was a pitch out from Blanco. Buchholz had to hop out of his stance rather quickly. Count 1-1. Blanco takes a look over at first base. Here's the 1-1 by Regan, and he chops it high over the head of Blanco. This is going to be a close play at first base, but coming up to make the play is Corridon, who's been all over the field in the early goings of this game.
The first baseman, number 34, Elias Frazier.
So Regan advances the runner. He is thrown out at first. Runner in scoring position again for the Jacks. Elias Franier now up to bat. And you have to believe Blanco's going to throw back. He is not. The throw is in the dirt. Buchholz didn't know where it was originally, but not enough time for Fisher to take a peek up and see if he can get over to third base, so he'll stay at second. Count 1-0 against big Elias Franier, team leader in home runs. Blanco takes a look back at second base, Corridon holding him on. Here's the 1-0 to Franier, and that ball is fouled back softly towards the Jacks dugout. Blanco and Ermeyer both really on their A game in this Thursday night matchup. Blanco takes a look back at second base. The 1-1 is fouled back off the post. So Franier behind in the count, 1-2. Grounded out to Ventura in the second inning. And these middle infielders for Diamond Club have been incredibly active. Blanco takes a peek back at second. Here's the 1-2 to Franier. That's in the dirt. It gets away from Buchholz. And Damian Fisher able to easily make his way over to third base. Closest the Jacks have been to a run, just 90 feet away from taking the lead in the fourth. Count 2-2 against Elias Franier. But the way Kai Ermeyer is pitching right now, runs early are massive for the Jacks. Fisher at third. Here's the 2-2 from Blanco, and that ball is fouled down the first base line. First base coach for the Jacks tried to make a play on it, unsuccessful. He's beating himself up over there, over that play. It was a hard hit foul ball. No need to be discouraged. Also, without a mitt. Righty versus lefty, the 2-2. And just catching a piece of it was Franier, and it came rather uncomfortably off the face mask of Buchholz. And the count remains 2-2. As Andrew Buchholz had to do everything this inning to keep balls in front of him. He's let a couple get behind him, hence why Damian Fisher is on third. The count remains 2-2. Here's the 2-2 to Franier, and that's in the dirt again. Buchholz stops it. And the count is full. Kyler Vaughn waiting on deck. Here's the payoff from Blanco. And that ball is flared into left field, and that's going to be the first run of the game. Franier on his horse around first. He's looking for second. He will get there standing up. It's an RBI double for Elias Franier. And the Jacks have the lead in the fourth. And now Kyler Vaughn, with another runner in scoring position, can add to this lead. Still just one out.
The center fielder, number 18, Kyler Vaughn.
So Vaughn with the walk, back in the second inning. And that one is hit hard towards the first base side. Douglas makes the play. Really phenomenal play again defensively for one of these Diamond Club infielders. And this time it's Kai Douglas, who is falling backwards, able to get the ball on one hop and get the out at first base. Now Braden Yasuzawa up to bat as Frenier goes to third.
Now batting for the Lumberjacks, the right fielder, the catcher, number 36, Braden Yasuzawa.
Braden Yasuzawa struck out in the second inning. He's up to bat, takes a look at ball one. Jacks looking to double their lead. Here's the 1-0, and that is outside. It gets away from the mid of Buchhold. Coming home is Frenier. He's going to get there. He's going to be safe. Second run of the inning scored on a pass ball. Elias Frenier looking home the entirety of that play and was able to beat the throw and the tag from Chris Blanco. So the score 2-0 now for the Jacks. That pitch was a ball, so the count 2-0 now against Yasuzawa. Big time stuff for the Jacks in the bottom of the fourth. 2 outs here for Blanco. Base is empty. The 2-0 pitch, swing and a miss by Yasuzawa. Count 2-1. Yasuzawa filling in for Bryson Satterley, normally behind the dish. Johnny Robledo, who singled in the third, waiting on deck. Here's the 2-1, and that is outside for ball three. Command becoming a little bit of an issue for Chris Blanco. And by the looks of it, can't see anybody throwing in the Diamond Club dugout. Here's the 3-1 to Yasuzawa. Swing and a miss again on a fastball, so the count now full. Full count, 2 outs, bottom of the fourth inning. And that ball is flared down the right field side, just going foul. Yasuzawa a little bit behind on that pitch. Count remains full. Top of the order in the hole, represented by Parker Fagans. The gap between second and short, massive right now. If Yasuzawa could time this. Here's the 3-2, and that ball is laced into left field. That one's going to get up against the wall. Yasuzawa on his horse, around first, going to second. Is he being waved to third? Yes, he is. Yasuzawa could get there standing up, and that's exactly what he does. A 2-out triple for Braden Yasuzawa. And the Jacks still in business in the fourth.
Now batting for the Lumberjacks, the right fielder, number 1, Johnny Robledo.
So now Johnny Robledo with a chance to get the third run across here in the fourth. Yasuzawa was late on the last 3 pitches before that one, and it was roped. Yasuzawa was thinking 3 the entirety of that duration of when he was running. Now he represents the third run. Robledo singled in the first. Or singled in the third, apologies. 5th hit of the game for the Jacks. The 1-0 to Robledo is in there for strike 1, count 1-1. I believe Kai Erlmeyer is going to come back into the game in the 5th. And he has been phenomenal with 5 strikeouts already. Here's the 1-1 from Blanco, and that ball is fouled right back into the protective netting. Count 1-2. Blanco taking an extra beat. Buchholz set up outside. Yasuzawa at third. Here's the 1-2. That ball is chopped right back to Blanco. He'll make the toss over to first base. Good defensive play, but damage done for the Jacks. 2 runs. Elias Frenier with an RBI double. Scores on the pass ball. Jacks lead 2-0. We head to the 5th at All-Star Park. Back here at All-Star Park. Jacks on top 2-0 over Diamond Club.
Leading off for Diamond Club, left fielder number 9, Joel Gibbons.
Joel Gibbons up to bat. 5th inning presented by Torchy's Taco of Delmar. If Kai Erlmeyer, who's been on a mission in this ballgame so far, 5 strikeouts, if he can get number 6 in this game, everybody here at All-Star Park will get a free side of green chili queso courtesy of Torchy's of Belmar. So hopefully Kai can come through for the faithful here at All-Star Park. The 1-0 is chopped to the third base side. Fisher one-hops it. Throw over to first base is in time. And that is another quick out for Kai Erlmeyer.
Up next for Diamond Club, third baseman number 17, Max Matucci.
Max Matucci now up to bat. Represented one of the 2 hits so far in this game for Diamond Club. Singled in the 2nd inning. Got out on a double play by Brock Mulvaney to end that inning. First pitch from Erlmeyer, and that ball is laced into center field, and this one is going to get behind Tyler Vaughn. This one is all the way at the wall. Coming over to make the play is the right fielder Robledo. On his way to third. Coming home is Matucci. And is it going to be a Little League Park home run? It is not! Zach Perry with a rope. Credit to Robledo as well. The tag by Yasuzawa. And about as long of an out as you possibly can have. Matucci thought he had a inside the park home run. Robledo to Perry, Perry to Yasuzawa, and that is 2 outs here in the 5th. My goodness. The Jacks defensively on fire in this ball game. And the count 1-1 now against Brock Mulvaney. First time I've ever written down a 9-6-2 on my score sheet. Here's the 2-0, and that ball is flared high into the air, foul. So the count 2-1. Daniel Melvin waiting on deck. Mulvaney grounded into a double play in the 2nd. Here's the 2-1 pitch, and that is low for ball 3. Here's the 3-1 by Erlmeyer, and that is fouled away again, so the count now full. The chance for Queso still here.
We want queso. We want queso.
Crowd's trying to chant, "We want queso." They can feel it. Here's the payoff from Erlmeyer. Called third strike. Everybody gets queso.
For queso. Thanks to that strikeout, everyone in attendance wins free green chili queso at Torchy's of Belmar. Make sure to grab your Torchy's coupon from our staff right now as they go around the stands. The next time hunger strikes, make the call to Torchy's Tacos.
Little bit of everything there in the top half of the fifth inning for the Jacks defensively, a 9-6-2, and then Kai Erlmeyer delivers free queso on that inning-ending K to Brock Mulvaney. We head to the bottom half of the fifth inning. The Jacks on top, 2-0 over Diamond Club.
Colorado Lumberjacks. It's left fielder number 22, Parker Fagan.
Parker Fagan's up to bat, grounded into a fielder's choice in the third, flew out to the right fielder in the first inning. And the Jacks on top 2-0 and still buzzing about that put out at home. Just going back to the play, the ball bounced under the glove of Kyler Vaughn. Johnny Robledo was on his horse the second that ball was hit, got to the wall, made the toss in to Zach Perry, and Perry halfway between center field and the shortstop in his normal shortstop position on a rope home to Yasuzawa, and able to get Matucci out. That was surely going to be an inside the park home run, but the score remains 2-0, and now the count 1-1 against Parker Fagans. Fagan's looking to keep the good times rolling, fouls that ball back out of play. Count goes to 1-2. Game moving very quickly here at All-Star Park as we're just 8 minutes past the hour mark in this ball game. We're already in the bottom half of the fifth inning. One, two, and that ball is lined down the third base side, and it just goes foul. Oh, Nelly, Parker Fagans nearly with surely a double at least. That ball just drifted foul, and the count remains 1-2 against Fagans. Queso cards being handed out to the faithful who's joined us today at All-Star Park. Folks, still a couple more opportunities to see your Jacks live at the ballpark. Come down to All-Star Park to have some good old-fashioned family fun in the summer. Parker Fagans goes down on strikes for the first out of the inning. Gino Maccarini now up to bat. 2 flyouts in this ball game for the second baseman today.
Up next for the Lumberjacks, it's second baseman number 26, Gino Maccarini.
Maccarini with an incredibly open stance out towards left field. Here's the first pitch from Blanco, and that is low and away for ball 1. Don't see a lot of movement in that Jacks bullpen. With the way Kai Erlmeyer is pitching, you wonder if he's going to get the nod in the 6th. 1-0 from Blanco right down the middle for strike 1. Zach Perry waiting on deck, singled in the first, grounded out to the shortstop Cordons in the third. 1-1 from Blanco. Stays inside high. Good job by Macarini to hold off that. Count goes to 2-1. Infield normal depth to 2-1, and that is a beautiful breaking ball. Curves in right down the middle for strike 2. Infield playing deep 2-2 pitch, and that is down the middle for a called third strike. And down goes Gino Macarena. It's the third strikeout of the game for Chris Blanco. That's 2 outs now in the bottom of the 5th inning. Also back-to-back strikeouts. Apologies, the 4th strikeout of the game for Chris Blanco. 2nd consecutive strikeout this inning.
Shortstop number 9, Zach Perry.
So let's see what Perry can do with 2 outs, nobody on in the 5th. First pitch low and in the artificial dirt for ball 1. .1-0 is in there for strike 1. 5 hits in the ball game so far for the Jacks. 3 for Diamond Club. Here's the 1-1 outside for ball 2. Damian Fisher waiting on deck. Single to lead things off last inning. Was able to come around and score for the first run of the game for the Jacks. .2-1, and that stays inside for ball 3. So Blanco with 2 outs does not want to get a runner on. And if you're the Jacks, you want to keep building this lead up. Here's the 3-1, and that is outside for ball 4. So Zach Perry walks. Now they'll bring up Gino Macarini. Apologies, Damian Fisher.
Next up for your Lumberjacks, third baseman number 17, Damian Fisher.
So now Damian Fisher up to bat. Runner on first, and you got to believe Zach Perry's going again. Jacks seem to take a bag anytime they get on. Blanco, knowing that, throws over to first base. Blanco once again throwing over to first base, this time a little bit more dangerous for Zach Perry. Blanco is very quick to throw over, does not want to see Perry advance. And Perry goes. It's a breaking ball high. It's off speed. The throw down to second base is going to get under the mitt of Corden. It was a great throw by Buchholz, but Corden's unable to make the grab and make the tag. So Perry goes to second on the steal. The 5th steal of the ball game for the Jacks. Now Perry with a large lead at second base. The 1-0. That ball is flared into shallow center. This one's going to get down. Coming around third is Zach Perry. He's going to get home standing up. It's an RBI single for Damian Fisher, and the Jacks have 3. Back-to-back singles for Damian Fisher.
Designated hitter number 5, Mason Regan.
So now Mason Regan up to bat the Jacks with some 2-out magic in the 5th. Extend their lead to 3-0. First pitch in there for strike 1 against Mason Regan, looking for his first hit of the ball game. Grounded out at the shortstop in the 2nd. The throw down to first base is nearly in time. Damian Fisher lackadaisical on the base path there. Gets back in time. Buchholz throwing down. Count 1-1 against Regan. Sixth hit of the ball game for the Jacks. Here's the 1-1 to Blanco. That gets way away from Buchholz. Damian Fisher could army crawl his way to second base. He gets there standing up. And another runner in scoring position for the Jacks with 2 outs. And you got big Elias Frenier waiting on deck. He already has a RBI double. The Jacks looking to extend this inning. Count 2-1. And now we have some movement in that Diamond Club dugout. Fisher at second base. Regan fouls that one back. The count goes to 2-2. And don't see anybody warming up again in the Jacks dugout. Gotta believe this is going to be Kai Erlmeyer. 6 strikeouts in the ballgame for Kai. Blanco takes a peek at second. Here's the 2-2 to Regan, and that is a called third strike on the outside corner of the plate. Regan can't believe it. Neither can the fans. But the Jacks add to their lead. They get one more off the bat of Damian Fisher. The score 3-0. We head to the 6th at All-Star Park. Back here at All-Star Park, set to begin the 6th inning of action. Jacks on top 3-0 over Diamond Club. A couple of substitutions to make note of for your Jacks. Maverick Alcara stepping in for Gino Maccarini, and then Brady Sires, first game back since being on the disabled list.
Diamond Club, left fielder number 7, Daniel Melvin.
Daniel Melvin up to bat, and Kai Erlmeyer still working. Sires, a Colorado School of Mine player, taking over for Braden Yasuzawa. The 0-1 pitch, another fastball strike thrown by Kai Erlmeyer in the count, 0-2 against the leadoff Mulvaney. Apologies, Melvin. Struck out looking to the third. Melvin this time is going to chop it to the third base side. Perry's going to come up, make the play. The throw over to Frenier is in time, and that's another quick out for the Jacks. Now Andrew Buchholz.
Club. Catcher number 5, Andrew Buchholz.
Andrew Buchholz struck out once again in the third. That third inning was highlighted by Kai Erlmeyer striking out the side. First pitch from Erlmeyer in there for strike 1. Eric Ventura waiting on deck, struck out looking to end the third. Melvin, Buchholz, and Ventura all struck out. A swing and a miss again by Buchholz. The count 0-2 in favor of Kai Erlmeyer. Working quickly. Here's the 0-2. And that ball fouled back over the head of Sires. Buchholz just catching a piece of that on the inside of the bat. Count remains 0-2. Erlmeyer looking for his 7th strikeout of the ball game. Here's the 0-2. Bounces in the dirt. Sires blocks it. Count 1-2. Infield playing normal depth. Kyler Vaughn a little in. Here's the 1-2, and that ball's fouled high and back over play. Count remains 1-2. Here comes the 1-2 from Erlmeyer. Breaking ball high for ball 2. Looking to work that one back in over the plate. Stayed high. Buckhold battling in this at bat. Got behind quickly 0-2 after the first 2 pitches. Worked the count to 2-2. Erlmeyer. And that ball is hit high into the air. That'd be a home run in an elevator shaft, but coming in to make the play is Damian Fisher for the 2nd out of the inning. That ball was sent about as high as I've seen a baseball hit. Now Eric Ventura up to bat.
Now batting for Diamond Club, second baseman number 8, Eric Ventura.
2 outs in the top of the 6th. Erlmeyer still working. Right down the middle, strike 1. That ball is going to be chopped to the shortstop. Perry comes up, makes the play. Throw over to first is in time. Another 1-2-3 inning for Kai Erlmeyer. And the Jacks on cruise control here in the 6th inning. We head to the bottom half of the 6th. Jacks on top, 3-0. And we're back here at All-Star Park. Pitching change for Diamond Club. Chris Blanco's day is done. 3 earned runs given up. Owen Schermerhorn, the new pitcher for Diamond Club, playing his college ball at Bentley University on the East Coast.
Leading off for the Lumberjacks, first baseman number 34, Elias Frenier.
He's going to have to lead things off against Elias Frenier, who got things going in the 4th inning with an RBI double. So Frenier with an RBI double in the 4th, grounded out to Ventura in the 2nd. Will lead things off. He'll be the first batter that Schermerhorn will face. And here's the first pitch from Schermerhorn, and that ball is blasted between the gap of center and left. That's going to get down, and it's going to go over the wall. Back-to-back doubles for Elias Frenier. And the Jacks in motion again in the 6th. Kyler Vaughn now up to bat. Walked in the 2nd.
Next up for your Lumberjacks, center fielder number 18, Kyler Vaughn.
So no outs here in the 6th. Leadoff man on second. Vaughn takes a look at a first pitch ball. It's in the dirt. Buckhold once again having to scramble to find it. The count 1-0 against Kyler Vaughn. Frenier looking to come home for the second time in this ball game. Jacks looking to get their lead to 4. Here's the 1-0, and that is high for ball 2. Vaughn takes a second, steps out of the box, and now gets back in. Schermerhorn takes a look back at second. Here's the 2-0 to Vaughn, and that is low and away for ball 3. So Schermerhorn coming in a difficult spot, already trailing 3-0. Gives up a first pitch ground rule double to Elias Frenier. Now behind in the count to Kyler Vaughn, 3-0. To Vaughn, down the middle, strike 1. Kyler looking for his first hit of the ball game. Back in the 4th inning, got out in a tremendous play by Kai Douglas at first. Elias at second, big lead. Here's the 3-1 from Schermerhorn, swing and a miss by Kyler. Count goes full. Brady Sires waiting on deck. Count full, no outs. Bottom of the 6th inning. 7 hits in this ball game for your Jacks. Schermerhorn takes a look at second, the 3-2, and Vaughn just gets a piece of it. Startling a couple of our spectators here, as that was a lot of velocity on that foul ball. Count remains 3-2. Count full. Here's the 3-2. And Vaughn once again catches a piece of it. Count remains full. If we take a look at the Jacks bullpen, we saw Kai Erlmeyer make his way out there in between innings. Pitch count only in the 60s through 6 innings. So you wonder if he will be given the nod for the 7th inning. 3-2 to Vaughn, outside ball 4, first 2 batters on for the Jacks, and now that will bring up Brady Sires for his first at-bat.
Next up, pinch hitting for catcher number 36, Braden Yazuzawa. It's number 21, Brady Sires.
Sires playing his balls for the Ore Diggers at Colorado School of Mines, part of the RMAC. For those of you out-of-staters, that's the Rocky Mountain Athletic Conference. Here's the first pitch to Sires, and that's in there for strike 1. Still no outs in the 6th. Jacks looking to extend their lead in a great spot. Started with an Elias Frenier ground rule double. Kyler Vaughn walked. Now what can Sires do? Here's the 0-1, and that stays inside for ball 1. Johnny Robledo waiting on deck. Singled in the 3rd inning, 1 for 2 in this ball game. 1-1 from Schermerhorn, and that is low and inside for ball 2. So Schermerhorn coming in the 6th inning, having a little trouble with the command. Here's the 2-1, and that ball is going to be chopped to the third base side. Matucci makes the throw over to first base. It gets by the first baseman. Frenier was out at third. Around third comes Vaughn. He'll get home. And that's the 4th run of the ball game. So Matucci made the tag at third, got out Frenier, but Kyler Vaughn scores on the pass ball.
Robledo.
So Vaughn comes around to score on the error on the throw from Matucci. So 1 out, still a runner on second base, and that is Brady Sires. And now Robledo up to bat, takes a look at a first pitch ball high. Jacks extending their lead. Score now 4-0. Schermerhorn takes a look back at second. Runner goes, the tag, and the throw is in time. Sires was looking to get to third. He gets thrown out. Buckhold on the board with a putout, and now that's 2 outs in the 6th. So Robledo, count 1-1 against Johnny Robledo, takes a look at ball 2 inside on a breaking ball. So now the base is empty with 2 outs. Jacks were able to get 1. Sure, they would have loved more, but there's still some life in this inning. So Robledo follows that ball back out of play, count 2-2 now. Here's the 2-2 from Schermerhorn, and that ball is blasted into center field, but coming under it to make the grab is Berard. That's going to end the inning. So the Jacks get 1 more run.
It's a hot summer day at the ballpark or a cold winter night at home.
And they lead 4-0. We head to the 7th inning at All-Star Park. You're watching a presentation of the Colorado Lumberjacks. So we're back here at All-Star Park. Kai Erlmeyer's day is done, and what a day it was for Erlmeyer. 3 hits, given up, no runs, given up, 6 strikeouts.
Club, center fielder number 15, Isaiah Berard.
So Julian Garza, the new pitcher in the ballgame for the Jacks. He'll face the top of the order, and Isaiah Berard struck out in the first, grounded out to Perry in the 4th. The first pitch from Garza right down the middle for strike 1. The 0-1 is chopped to the third base side. Fisher, good scoop. Throw over to Frenier. In time, 2 pitches, 1 out for Julian Garza.
Diamond Club, shortstop number 16, Cale Corridan. Let's hear one more loud round of applause for one of our kids called the inning in Michael Garza.
Cale Corridan now up to bat after the leadoff out for Isaiah Berard here in the 7th. Nice play by Damian Fisher, who's been stellar at third base. Corridan singled in the 4th. The 1-0 pitch is fouled back by Corden. Also grounded out to the second baseman in the first inning.
Wait, is the blue ones the ones that are open, right? 16 iron, which is far up in the iron. Thank you.
So here comes the 1-1 from Garza. Swing and a miss on an off-speed pitch, and the count is 1-2 against Corden. Jacks looking for their 7th strikeout of the ball game. The 1-2, and that ball is going to be chopped to the shortstop position. Perry one-hops it, throw over to Franier, and that is another out for the Jacks. Jacks have 2 outs here in the 7th.
Now batting for Diamond Club, first baseman number 12, Kai Douglas.
So now Kai Douglas up to bat. Grounded into a double play to end things in the 4th. First pitch from Garza in the dirt to Douglas. Douglas, who's had a good day defensively for Diamond Club at first base. Can't put that one on him in the last inning. It was an unfortunate throw for Max Matucci. 1-0 pitch is swung on and missed. So they count 1-1. 2 outs in the top of the 7th. Garza looking to pick up where Erlmeyer left off with a 1-2-3 of his own. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Ahead in the count.
Are you okay for you to call the last 2?
Huh?
Are you okay for you to call the last 2?
What?
Are you okay for you to call the last 2?
Yeah.
The 1-2 from Garza bounces in. The count 2-2. Infield playing deep for the Jacks. A lot of hard hit balls through the middle infield positions today. The 2-2 from Garza. And that ball is chopped foul hard towards the Jacks dugout. Count remains 2-2. Garza looking for his strikeout. Here's the 2-2, and that ball stays outside for ball 3, and the count goes full.
Come on, Kai.
Kai Douglas looking to get the 4th hit of the game, or at least trying to get on base. Here's the 3-2 from Garza. Swing and a miss! Julian Garza, an inning-ending strikeout.
Inning-ending strikeout. Another bag of Tempo Granola has been donated to the Backpack Society. Tempo Granola, the official dugout snack of your Colorado Lumberjacks.
So the Jacks go 1-2-3 again, getting the club down. It's their 7th scoreless inning for Diamond Club. The Jacks lead 4-0. Heading to the bottom of the 7th. We'll stretch here at All-Star Park. first out of the inning. 1 pitch, 1 out for Schermerhorn, who was able to get 3 outs after giving up the first two.
Up next for the Lumberjacks.
First 2 batters.
Pinch hitting for number 26, Gino Macarini. It's number 7, Maverick Alcuria.
Maverick Alcuria now up to bat, relieving Gino Macarini at second base. This will be his first at-bat. Alcuria swings at the first pitch, and Douglas is going to camp under it and make the grab. So 2 pitches and 2 outs for the Jacks, and both very soft hit fly balls to the infield.
Next up for the Lumberjacks, shortstop number 9, Zach Perry.
So now let's see if Zach Perry can change things up. Singled in the first, grounded out to the shortstop in the third, and walked and scored in the fifth. Base is empty with 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Jacks still on top, 4-0. And the pitch from Schermerhorn is away for ball 1. Damian Fisher waiting on deck. He's had one heck of a game at third base defensively, and also with 2 singles in the 4th and the 5th. Schermerhorn's second pitch is low and away for ball 2. Schermerhorn taking his time, the 2-0, and that ball is flared foul down the first base side. The 2-1, and that ball is slapped into right field, and that's going to be a single for Zach Perry. What can't this guy do at the plate? Damian Fisher will now pick things up. He's looking for his 3rd consecutive hit.
Up next for the Lumberjacks, third baseman number 17, Damian Fisher.
So Perry at first, Fisher up to bat. Singled in the 4th and scored. Had an RBI in the 5th. He takes a look at a first pitch strike. Mason Regan waiting on deck. Here's the 0-1, and that ball is slapped high into the air, foul. Back down the third base side. Nearly going into the Jacks bullpen. And that ball is going to get over the head of Kai Douglas. On his way to third is Zach Perry. Wheels, and he'll get there standing up. So Schermerhorn overthrows Kai Douglas. Perry, very quick getting up. Moves over to third on the pass ball. And just like that, Damian Fisher with another chance for an RBI.
How we doing?
And Fisher gets it through. That's his 3rd single of the game. It's his 2nd RBI. Perry comes home to score, and Damian Fisher making a name for himself in this ball game with another RBI single.
Up next for the Lumberjacks, designated hitter number 5, Mason Regan.
So the score now 5-0. Still 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th inning. Regan up to bat. He's looking for his first hit. That is the 9th hit of the ball game for the Jacks, doing everything right. The first pitch to Regan is high and inside for ball 1. Runner goes. The throw down to second base is not in time. It's another stolen base for the Jacks.
Is that a strike?
And Damian Fisher gets himself in a situation where he is in scoring position for Mason Regan. Schermerhorn shaking off a couple of pitches. Takes a look back at second base. 1-1 to Regan, and Regan flares that high into the air. Corden camps under it, makes the grab. The Jacks get one more, add to their lead. It's 5-0. We head to the 8th at All-Star Park.
Alright, leading off, it's number 9. Don't have a lot of energy, but be loud. It's Joel Gibbs.
Next to bat for your Diamond Club, number 9, Joel Guinness.
So Joel Gibbs will lead things off for Diamond Club in the 8th inning. Just 3 hits for the ball club. 2 errors that has led to 2 runs for the Jacks. First pitch from Garza inside for ball 1 against Gibbs. Struck out in the 2nd. Grounded out to Fisher in the 5th. And that ball is roped into left field. Takes an awkward hop. Fagans will be able to get it in, but that is a leadoff single for Joel Gibbs.
Up to bat for your Diamond Club, number 17, third baseman, Max Matucci.
Max Matucci now up to bat. As you may remember, if you weren't with us, let me remind you of what happened in the 5th inning. Matucci launched one into center field, got under the glove of Kyler Vaughn. Matucci was thinking 4 all the way, but was thrown out at home on a rope by Zach Perry, and he takes a look at a first pitch strike. 4th hit of the game for Diamond Club. Infield playing tight, or at least middle infielders playing tight towards second base. The 0-1, and that ball is flared high into the air. Johnny Robledo should easily be able to make this grab. He'll camp under it. He'll make the grab, and that's the first out of the inning for the Jacks. Gibbs stays at first.
Up next for Diamond Club, number 10, designated hitter, Brock Mulvaney.
Brock Mulvaney now up to bat. Grounded into a double play in the 2nd, struck out in the 5th. Garza, a lefty pitcher, taking a look over at first base. First pitch is low and away. Sayers does well to block it. Count 1-0 against Mulvaney. Jack's defense has done just about everything you could ask for in this ballgame tonight. Double play would be massive. Garza throws over to first base. Frenier makes the tag. Gibbs gets back in time. Garza taking a look over at first. 1-0 to Mulvaney, and that catches the outside corner of the plate for strike 1. Gibbs with a short lead, and there's a nasty breaking ball in the dirt by Garza, getting Mulvaney to swing, and he's ahead of the count 1-2. Garza struck out Kai Douglas to end the 7th, looking for his 2nd strikeout of the game. Takes a peek over at first base. He throws over to first base. Did he get him? No, he did not. That is close. And Julian Garza, and Elias Frenier, and to be honest, everybody here thought the tag was made, but it just comes up short. The count remains 1-2, though. Still looking to get Mulvaney. Here's the 1-2 to Mulvaney. Swing and a miss. Second strikeout by Julian Garza. And that's the 8th strikeout of the game for these Jacks pitchers. Brings up Daniel Melvin now.
Next for Diamond Club, number 7, left fielder, Dylan Melvin.
So now 2 outs here in the 8th. Garza takes a peek over at first, working against Melvin. Here's the first pitch to Melvin, low in the dirt. Sayers stops it. Count 1-0. Overcast skies here in Lakewood, Colorado. Kelly McGregor Field, All-Star Park, DT Sports, Ben Canvasser, thrilled to be with you. Jacks on top 5-0. 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. The 1-0 once again outside. Count goes to 2-0. Wind completely dead at the moment. Those flags on left field not moving. The 2-0 is, again, a breaking ball that stays outside. And now Melvin ahead in the count. 3-0. Struck out looking to start things off in the 3rd. Grounded out to Perry in the 6th. Gibbs, who led things off with a single with a sizable lead at first. Here's the 3-0, and that is in there for strike 1. Now let's see if Garza can work himself back into this at-bat. Garza throws over. Frenier makes the tag, and once again, Gibbs is safe, but it's getting closer every single time. Garza's pickoff move is incredible. Very nonchalant. Takes a look at first. Here's the 3-1 from Garza. Swing and a miss on a fastball. And now the count is full. Can Julian Garza get his 3rd strikeout of the game? Nobody gets queso, but everybody gets one big smile if Garza can strike out Melvin. Here's the 3-2 from Garza. Right down the middle, cold 3rd strike. Julian Garza, are you kidding me? 9th strikeout of the ball game for the Jacks. They lead 5-0. They will bat in the bottom of the 8th when we return to All-Star Park. And we're back here at All-Star Park. That overcast sky I was talking about just 2.5 minutes ago is giving way to a beautiful golden hour in Lakewood. Elias Frenier set to lead things off in the bottom half of the 8th inning as the Jacks still find themselves on top 5-0. Owen Schermerhorn still on the mound. Jacks looking to add a couple more insurance runs. Julian Garza made his way back to the bullpen.
Number 34. Elias Frenier.
And Elias Frenier, after grounding out to Ventura in the 2nd inning, double in the 4th, double in the 6th, taking the first pitch from Schermerhorn over the wall in between the gap between left field and center field on a hop. It was a ground rule double, and he takes a look at a first pitch ball. Kyler Vaughn waiting on deck. 2 walks, and he scored the 4th run of the game. 1-0, and that ball is roped down the first base side. Douglas can't make a play on it. It's the 3rd hit of the ball game for Elias Frenier.
Up next for your Colorado Lumberjax. Number 18,
So here comes Vaughn, and for the second time in this ball game, Elias Frenier, the leadoff man, on. Vaughn takes a look down to the third base side to get his signals. And I don't think this is that ridiculous of a call to make, but I have to believe Elias Frenier is going to be moving on one of these pitches. Buckhold has been making some good throws the last couple of innings, but the first pitch to Vaughn down the middle, swing and a miss for strike one. Frenier does have some wheels. He's not the fastest guy in the Jacks team. Hopefully he takes no offense to that. Schermerhorn takes a look back at Frenier. Frenier doesn't go, the 1-0, and that's going to get through to left field. Back-to-back singles for the Jacks, and now Brady Sires is up to bat.
Number 21 for Colorado Lumberjacks. Catcher, Brady Sires.
So Sires in his first at-bat, fielder's choice. And he's got two men on. 11th hit of the ball game for the Jacks. Here's the first pitch to Sires, and that's in the dirt. Check swing. Did he go? Umpire down at second base is not even giving a signal. So I will take that as a no. Count 1-0 against Sires. Schermerhorn takes a look back at Frenier. Shires right back to Schermerhorn. This could be two. Schermerhorn held on. The throw to first base is in time. So it ends up being a double play. Schermerhorn didn't know whether or not to go to third or second. He makes the decision at second. And they're able to get Sires out at first. And it was a good throw by Cale Corden, who had to avoid the slide from Kyler Vaughn. Johnny Robledo now up to bat. Single to the third. Besides that, ground out and fly out. 1 for 3 in the ball game. 6th run of the game represented by Elias Frenier to third. Robledo swings at the first pitch and fouls it back. Count 0-1 against Robledo. Jacks up 5-0, but I'm sure they would love that 6th one to come home. 2 errors in this ball game for Diamond Club. Here's the 0-1, and once again, Robledo follows it back out of play over the fence to our right. Count now 0-2 against Robledo. Oh-2, swing and a miss. Schermerhorn gets the strikeout. Jacks get nothing in the 8th, but they lead 5-0. It's do or die time for Diamond Club. Jacks looking to get their 3rd win of the week when we return to All-Star Park. Welcome back to All-Star Park. Ben Canvasser for the Colorado Lumberjacks. Jacks on top 5-0, and it's Julian Garza who will remain on the mound. Came in for relief for Kai Erlmeyer and has thrown 2 scoreless innings in relief.
Next for Diamond Club, number 5, Andrew Buchel.
Andrew Buckhold now up to bat. Struck on the 3rd. flew out to Damian Fisher in the 6th. And he follows the first pitch high and back and out of play, count 0-1. We've just eclipsed the 2-hour mark in this ball game, one of the faster ball games of the season for the Jacks. And they're looking to end this right here. The 0-1 pitch is in there for strike 2. Garza looking for his 3rd consecutive strikeout. It would be his 4th of the ball game. Here's the 0-2. And that ball is flared high into the air. This one might be trouble. But have no fear, Zach Perry is there, gets the first out of the inning. Now Eric Ventura up to bat.
Up next for Diamond Club, number 8, Eric Ventura.
So Ventura, Jack's 2 outs away from a win. 3rd win of the week it would be. And Ventura takes a look at strike 1 right down the middle. Not enough can be said about this pitching staff today for the Jacks. There's the 0-1, and that ball is chopped on the third base side. Fisher has it go under his mitt. Was looking to make the play on a one hop. Instead, it goes all the way out to the outfield. Vaughn will throw it in. Apologies, Fagans will throw it in. And now Diamond Club has a runner on with 1 out in the 9th. That will be recorded as an error for Damian Fisher, who besides that play has been stellar at third base. Garza has to get back to work. Garza takes a look at first. And that ball is flared into shallow right field. This one might be trouble, but Robledo comes in, makes the grab. He can walk this to first base, and that's going to do it. The Jacks win on a double play. It's their 3rd double play of the game. Ventura was on the move the second that ball was hit. He thought no chance Robledo was going to make the grab, but have no fear once again. Johnny Robledo is here. He makes the grab. He ends the game. 2 hours and 3 minutes. The Jacks beat Diamond Club by a score of 5-0. That's going to do it for us here from All-Star Park. So glad everybody could join us. Jacks win 5-0. Ben Canvasser for DT Sports. So long from Lakewood.
Colorado Lumberjax, like to say thank you for attending today's game. For more Lumberjax info, follow us on social media channel at Go Lumberjax. Check out our website at golumberjax.com.